Hey, Bill, what day is it?
Hey gang, welcome back to Hey Bill, what day is it? Today we're going to release a show before its actual date so you can get ready for it. You all seem to prefer my shows about food, so get ready to take some notes. Each year on February 25th, people across the nation have a bowl and a spoon ready to be filled with clam chowder as they prepare to participate in National Clam ChowderDay. We're not really sure where the word chowder came from, but the French word for cauldron is chaudier. On the other hand, the British expression jouter means someone who peddles fish out of a cart or a van. So I guess both are on the hook for possible origins. A clam chowder, in its simplest form, is a soup or a stew containing clams or fish. The most common type of chowder includes milk or cream as well as potatoes and is usually called New England clam chowder. However, Manhattan clam chowder has tomatoes as a base and it's a little bit more brothy. In chowder, along with clams, it's common to find diced potatoes, onions, often sautéed with pork or bacon drippings, and celery. It's believed that clams were added to the chowder because of their relative ease to collect. There are lots of other versions of clam chowder, including Rhode Island clam chowder, Delaware clam chowder, New Jersey clam chowder, Hatteras clam chowder, Minorcan clam chowder, Long Island clam chowder, and Puget Sound clam chowder. By the way, just what kind of sound does a Puget make? Well, never mind. We'll do that on another show. Clams and oysters were consumed in such quantities along the Atlantic coast by the American Indians that in some favorable gathering places, empty shells were piled into mounds 10 feet high. American Indians used the shells as currency. That's why clam is a common slang expression for a dollar. As in, it cost me over 3,000 clams to get my transmission repaired. CLAM is also used as an acronym. In medicine, CLAM stands for cervical laminectomy. In industry, CLAM is short for closed loop automated manufacture. In the computer field, CLAM means configurable logic analysis module, whatever that is. It can also stand for closed loop attention module, and I'm sure you're all familiar with that one. In the defense industry, CLAM stands for Cruise Low Altitude Missile. So you can see where a lot of these expressions come from. To clam up means to not talk about or mention something. I'll bet your mom has told you, clam up about that. In the Bible, in Acts chapter 4, Peter and John ran up against this as they taught and preached about Jesus and the resurrection from the dead. The priests and the Sadducees confronted them because they didn't want them talking about Jesus. But they were so successful in their teaching and performing miracles that they had accumulated over 5,000 believers. The priests couldn't find anything to charge them with, but told them to stop their preaching and not mention Jesus again. In other words, clam up about Jesus. Peter and John said, which is right in God's eyes, to listen to you or to him? You be the judges. As for us, we cannot help speaking about what we have seen and heard. I think that Peter and John should be role models for us as we face the opposition of today's society. There are many today who want to silence Christianity, but we know that we won't. We won't clam up because we have seen his miracles and know that he died for our sins. If you were to find some very important discovery, such as a cure for cancer or a solution for world peace, and someone told you not to tell anybody about it, what would you do? I think that you would start telling the whole world and not stop until everybody knew. Some today are saying we shouldn't have prayer in schools, but I can tell you from personal experience that as long as there's algebra, there will be prayer in schools. You just can't stop it. So as we celebrate one of the world's favorite seafood dishes today, go and eat some clam chowder and never clam up about Jesus. I'm Bill Wisor, and February 25th is National Clam Chowder Day. Get out there and stock up on clam chowder and have a triumphant day.